So welcome, Brian. So we'll take a moment just to find our seats and get centered. So as you find a comfortable cross-leg position, you can let your hands rest on your thighs, or if you want to bring one hand into the other, in front of the belly. And let your body shift forward and back. Just feeling your weight shift on your sit bones, the base of your pelvis, like a rocking chair. And just feeling for the center place. And once you find that, feel the shoulders dropping down and slightly back. And now we'll let the head come forward and back. It can be a small movement, but what we're feeling for is where the head aligns over the shoulders. And letting the chin drop slightly. And then see if the belly can relax. And if the belly has trouble relaxing, notice if there's tension at the pelvic floor or the jaw, the tongue. And as you release tension in the pelvis, in the face, jaw, you might find the belly can relax just a little bit more. And feel the gentle movement of your belly as you breathe. So feeling the center of the body, the line from the base of the pelvis or the tailbone up through the middle of the body and out through the crown. When we have tension in one spot of this central channel, it creates tension throughout the whole channel. And that can inhibit the flow of prana through our chakras, through our organs. So if we can release tension, the pelvic floor, the jaw, the belly, can bring in a little bit more flow into our chakras. Beautiful. We'll take one more breath here. Nice. And we'll take a breath in, just letting the arms come out to the side, about shoulder height or so. Rotating to your right. And left hand can come onto right knee and right arm can wrap behind the back, or if you need more balance, you can just rest it on the floor behind you. And opening the arms wide, inhale, coming center. Exhale to come to the left. And again, left arm can wrap behind you, or hand can come to the floor behind you. We'll open wide, inhale, coming center, going to the right again. And now let the head turn to look over your right shoulder. Opening wide, coming center in the inhale. Rotating to the left on the exhale. And we'll breathe in, come center, opening the arms, and let the hands come to the knees. Let the back round, looking towards your navel. And as you inhale, feel the chest lift as you press your palms against the knees or the shins. Exhale, coiling in, rounding, looking towards the navel. Inhale, feel the spine lengthening as the chest lifts. Beautiful. One more time to coil in, pressing the shoulders down slightly. And inhale, lengthening the spine. Nice. And then we'll rock forward to hands and knees. And once you come on the hands and knees, let the right leg come back, curling the toes under so the ball of the foot comes onto the mat. Gently press the hands into the mat to feel your chest muscles activate. And as you press down with the right foot, feel the bottom of the pelvis drop down towards the floor. Then we'll lift the right leg and left arm, maybe just bringing left fingertips to the floor or taking the arm level with the shoulder. Take your time here, drawing elbow and knee towards each other. You can start to look towards your navel. Keep pressing into the mat with the right hand. Inhale, feel yourself stretching out without collapsing in the back. Exhale, elbow and knee come together, rounding. Inhale, stretching out, reaching your arm and leg away from each other. One more time to coil in. Beautiful. Breath in, stretching out, and letting the hand and knee come down. And then take left leg back, curling the toes under, pressing the ball of the foot into the mat. Press into the mat with your hands, letting left leg lift. Then right arm can lift. Pressing into the mat, the left hand, as you coil in. Elbow and knee come towards each other, looking towards the navel. Inhale, stretching out. Exhale, coiling in. Inhale to reach. Exhale to coil. Beautiful. One more time to stretch out. And let hands and knees come to the mat. Curl the toes under and come into down dog. Go and walk in place here. Get some stretch through the back body. And again, just seeing if you can feel some release in the jaw, belly, bottom of the hips. And slowly letting the feet come to the hands. And we'll roll up to standing, taking your time. Beautiful. So finding your feet under your hips, you can just relax the arms next to the body. And then again, just noticing tension in the bottom of the pelvis or the jaw, belly as you stand. And play with shifting your weight towards your toes, back towards your heels, and just see what spot helps you relax the belly. And from that place, let the arms rise with the inhale. Feel the spine lengthening. Exhale, soften the knees, folding over the legs. We'll come to a flat back, maybe the hands to the shins or fingertips to the floor. And just uncurling the spine and let it curl forward, planting the hands, and we'll step to plank. Feel free to come to the knees. We'll shift forward, come all the way to the belly. And then pressing toenails into the floor, pubic bone into the floor. As you lift the heart, maybe the hands can come up. And we'll press palms into the mat, pressing either to the knees or to plank, and then into down dog. Feel the heels rooting into the earth as the neck releases. And as you feel the emptiness of your exhale, you can take your feet to your hands, whether you walk them, or if you have the float, you can take that too. Uncurling into your flat back. Exhale, releasing into the forward bend. And you can reach forward or out to the side to rise up, reaching for the ceiling with the arms. And then letting them rest next to the body. Feeling your weight on your feet so that you can relax the belly. And breathing in, expanding from your belly as you reach up. Exhale, melting, folding over the legs. Inhale, flat back, just uncurling. And then hands to the mat, either stepping back to plank or to the knees. And shifting forward to lower. And you can either come to cobra, again, maybe even taking the hands up, or if you're coming to up dog, press the bottom of the hips down and forward a little bit to help the chest open a little more. And then we'll come into down dog. Rooting through the heels, through the palms, inviting the neck to release. Then bringing feet to hands, walking or floating. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, folding. Reaching for the ceiling, rising. And relaxing the arms next to the body. Nice. So we'll bring the legs together now, big toes touch. Coming to chair pose. So as you bend your knees and drop the hips, taking the arms forward and up. And now notice what tension you might be holding in the jaw, belly, pelvic floor. Invite it to soften a little bit. Maybe that helps you sink a little deeper. Exhale, take the fold, belly to thighs, releasing the head. Inhale, flat back. Taking a step back or float back to move through your vinyasa. When you come to your back bend, feel the heart lifting, the hips pressing and tucking down. Exhale to down dog. And we'll take right leg up, reaching through the toes. Let the head go a little bit more. And gently draw the knee toward your nose. Shift your weight forward, resisting the urge to swing the leg to step forward. We'll come to warrior one. Rooting left heel, rising up. And as the arms come up, press the shoulders forward. Then we'll bring hands to the mat. Stepping to plank or to the knees. Shifting to lower. Breathing into your back bend. Tucking the sit bones down. Exhale, down dog. And then left leg rises. Reaching through the toes. Gently drawing knee to nose to shift forward. Planting that foot between the hands. Right heel rooting. Rising. Breath in. Pressing the shoulder blades forward. Then hands come to frame the left foot. Stepping back to your plank. Shifting to lower. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to down dog. Rooting through the feet, through the hands to help the neck release. Feet come to the hands, walking or floating. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to release. Big toes together, bending the knees, and reaching forward as you come up. Chair pose. Nice, so we'll take that sun salutation B again. Exhale, taking the fold. Inhale, flat back. Stepping back or floating back through chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to down dog. Right leg lifts. Knee draws forward to step forward. Left heel rooting. Rising as you face the front of your mat. Exhale, hands frame the right foot. Right foot meets left plank. Shifting to lower. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to down dog. Left leg comes up and back. Knee draws to the nose to step forward. Right heel rooting. Take your time rising. Inhale, warrior one. Pressing the shoulder blades forward. Exhale, hands come to frame the left foot. Steps back to meet the right. Shifting forward to lower. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale to down dog. Feeling the release in the neck. And we'll take feet to hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, taking the bow, big toes together. Bending the knees. Take your time rising, pressing the shoulder blades forward. And we'll come to standing, just letting the palms together at the heart. Feel the shoulders tuck down a little bit. And then finding your weight on your feet where you can relax belly. Beautiful. So we'll come into tree pose. So standing on the right foot, can bring left ball of the foot to frame right ankle, or maybe it comes onto the calf, or going to upper inner thigh. And you can keep the palms together at the heart, or let the arms reach up for the ceiling. Maybe the shoulder blades press forward a little bit to give some space to the neck. And either have your gaze at the wall in front of you or just slightly downcast. Nice. And we'll bring the palms together. Bring left knee forward. We're going to take a big step back. So soften the right knee, and we'll come into warrior two, opening the arms wide. Hugging the shoulder blades down. Maybe sink into that right knee a little bit more as it spirals open. We'll fold to the right, side angle. Maybe elbow on top of the thigh or on the inside, and let left arm come up against your ear. And reverse warrior, floating back. Side angle, exhale. Inhale, reverse. Beautiful. Once again, side angle. And reverse. And we'll bring both hands to frame the right foot and stepping back, taking a vinyasa. Take your time as you lower. Breath in, feel the heart lift. You're in up dog. Can the kneecaps lift and hug quads to the thigh bone. Releasing the head once you come to down dog. Then left leg comes up and back. And letting it release. Right leg comes up and back. Reaching through the toes. And let it release. We'll bring feet to hands, taking your time. Nice. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, taking a bow. Big toes together. Heels a little bit apart, coming to chair pose. Nice, and then we'll come to standing. Palms come together. Shifting your weight to your left foot. Take right foot to frame the ankle, calf. We'll bring it to the upper inner thigh. So if you want to go thigh, you can use the hand to kind of tuck that foot up towards the groin a little bit. Palms can stay at the heart or they can reach up. Either hands together or apart. And just let your gaze find one point to focus on. Notice tension in the pelvic floor, the belly, jaw. We'll bring palms together. Let right knee come forward. Soften left knee to take that big step back into warrior two. So feet align with each other. A little bit of turn in on the right foot. Arms shoulder height, hugging them down a little bit. Fold to the left as you exhale, side angle. So either elbow to thigh or you can come to the inside of the leg. And let the right bicep come right up against your ear. Reverse warrior, floating back. Reaching right hand down, left arm up. Exhale, folding to the left. Right arm up against the bicep. And then reversing. Breath in. Beautiful. Once again to that side angle. And once more to reverse. And both hands come to frame the left foot. Taking your vinyasa. Taking your time. Shifting to lower. Breath in to your back bend. Breath out to down dog. And as you come into down dog, finding that rootedness through the heels, head releases. We'll stretch right leg up and back. Maybe let the toes spread. Just feeling that energy from your core out through your toes and letting that foot come down. And we'll stretch left leg up and back. And gently releasing feet together, either walking or floating feet to hands. Nice, and we'll come to flat back, breathing in. And breathing out. Plant the palms and stepping back to your plank. Feel free to hold plank, or you can take your vinyasa or come into down dog or child's pose. Nice, and we'll meet in down dog. Nice. Now from down dog, we'll take right leg up and back. Bringing the knee towards your nose to step forward. This time coming to a high lunge. Just feeling the sit bones dropping down towards the floor to help you come up, just uncurling the spine. And the arms can reach overhead, either hands together or apart. Maybe bend the front knee a little bit as you straighten the back knee a little more, so you feel that quad muscle hugging the bone. Beautiful. Now we'll bring palms together at the heart, taking a bow. So tuck the shoulders down towards the floor and back towards the hips. And you can either take prayer twist, bringing left elbow to the outside of the right thigh, pressing right palm down, or let left hand come to the mat inside the right foot and reach right arm up. Nice. Whichever one you're working with, check in with the left knee. Is it starting to sag? Maybe lift it a little bit more. Then see if you can relax your belly. Yeah, let the strength of the pose come from pressing left arm either against the leg or against the floor. Beautiful. Then we'll bring both hands to frame the right foot. Come down to the left knee. And let both hands come on top of the right knee. And we'll press the palms into that knee like you're pushing yourself away from a table or something. And tuck the chin a little bit, hug the shoulders down, then press the hips down and forward a little bit. And let the throat come forward to lift the chin. So the trick is to not throw the head back, but to keep it a little bit forward so you can breathe easily. Nice. Then we'll tuck chin. Let the hips move back a little bit. And you want to have a 90-degree angle in the legs, so you can shorten your stance a little bit. Just checking that the hips are aligned over the left knee. Then we'll press the palms forward away from the chest. Feel your shoulder blades spread across your back. Then let yourself rotate from the belly button to the right. Then the ribs go, chest goes. Great. Feel free to hold here or let left hand come to the outside of the right knee and right arm wrap around behind you. Beautiful. If you want to go deeper still, right knee can hug more to the left, bringing left armpit to the outside of the right knee with the left fingertips on the mat. Then maybe lift left knee, or maybe right arm comes over your head. Nice. See if that left knee can lift a little more, feeling the pubic bone lift towards your ribs a little bit. Nice. From wherever you are, take your time unwinding to frame the right foot. Now we'll lift the knee if you have it on the mat, and we'll come back up to our high lunge. Beautiful. From here, we're going to step weight onto the right foot and bring the left knee forward. Okay. And we're going to press palms over to the left. So we're twisting the opposite direction. You can hold left knee with right hand and let left arm wrap around behind. Nice. Take your time unwinding Back to the center, and let the foot come down. Nice. I'm finding either, well, we'll come into chair pose, bringing the big toes together, sinking towards the earth. And play with shifting your weight forward and back, finding where you can relax a little deeper. Taking the forward fold, exhale, releasing the head and neck. Inhale, flat back, stepping to plank or floating to plank. Holding there and taking your vinyasa, or just going to down dog or child's pose. Beautiful. And once we come to down dog, feeling the heels rooting, neck relaxed, left leg comes up and back. Knee comes to the nose to step forward. We're setting up for our lunge. Feeling the sit bones drop down towards the earth as you rise. Feeling the lifting of the right knee and thigh. The shoulder blades can press forward a little bit. Nice. Maybe you can sink into the left knee just a tiny bit more. Beautiful. Palms together, hugging the shoulders down towards the hips as you fold. Feeling into your twist variation. Maybe right elbow on the outside of the left thigh, left palm on top, or right hand to the inside of left foot. Left hand reaching for the ceiling. Feel the right knee lift. Feel the left sit bone dropping towards the mat. Relaxing your jaw, pelvic floor if you can, belly if you can. Then both hands come to frame the left foot. Let right knee come down. And we'll bring both hands onto the left knee. And as you rise, press the palms into the left knee like you're pushing yourself away from it. Maybe tuck the chin a little bit. Let the hips sink forward and let the throat come forward to gently lift the chin, keeping your eyes relaxed. Beautiful. Feel your breath. And tuck the chin. Let the hips move back. If you need to shorten the stance to get those 90-degree angles, feel free to do that. Then we'll press the palms forward away from the chest. Feel the upper back opening, gently rotating from your navel to the left, then ribs and chest. Notice if the left hip is trying to pull back too. See if the sit bone can tuck down and forward a little bit. Holding either hands out, or right hand can come to left knee. Left arm can wrap around behind. Feel free to stay there, or hugging left knee to the right and sliding right armpit to the outside of the left knee. Right fingertips on the floor. Then you could curl right toes under and lift that knee. Now as you extend left arm overhead, notice excess tension in the belly. See if that can relax a little bit. Maybe press with the right hand or arm just a little more. Beautiful. We'll unwind, framing the left foot. And we'll come back to our high lunge, feeling the sit bones drop down to help you uncurl and reach up. And palms together at the heart, shifting to left foot and taking right knee forward. And we'll turn the palms away from the chest, rotate to the right. Either wrapping left elbow or hand around right knee and right arm behind you. If you feel you can turn your head easily, you can take that as well. Just looking over right shoulder. Relax the belly. Just gently unwinding. And let the right foot land. Now we'll come to chair pose, but this time bring palms together at the heart and find a flat back. Finding your weight come to your toes just a little bit so you can feel the sit bones drop down, slightly rounding the back. You can either take right hand in front of the feet to the mat and reach up with the left hand, or you can take that prayer twist again with the right elbow on the outside of the left thigh, left palm pressing down, If you're taking that, notice if the hips want to lift and the knees straighten. See if you can keep them dropping. Take your time here. Notice excess tension in your shoulders, your jaw. Are you squeezing the pelvic floor? Can it relax? Can the belly soften? We'll take a forward fold. Exhale. It's letting the head release. And you can either bring hands to shins or to the mat. Just a little lift. Flat back. Exhale, letting yourself release into the fold. Again, lifting to your flat back. Inhale. Exhale, letting it go. And one more time. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, taking the deepest fold. And feel free to hug your legs, hold your elbows, or just rest your palms on the floor. Whatever helps you release your jaw, your neck. You can blow some raspberries if you like. Nice. And releasing the arms, we'll come to that chair variation with the palms together at the heart, flat back. Feel the hips tuck down a little bit to lengthen the lower back as you set up for your twist. So either left hand in front of the feet or left elbow on the outside of the right thigh, pressing down with the right hand. So maybe bend the knees a little more, drop the hips a little more. Or if you find your hips are swinging to the left, see if you can let that right hip drop down and forward a little more. Nice and little fold over the leg. Do that little flow of lifting to flat back, breathing in. Exhale, letting yourself melt, releasing the neck. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, releasing a little bit deeper. And one more time. Inhale, flat back. And taking your deepest fold, either hugging the legs, holding your elbows, or pressing palms into the mat. You can even let your weight shift towards your hands, letting the heels gently lifting. Beautiful. And we'll come to a flat back with the breath in. And with the exhale, keep the legs together and we'll bend the knees. We're in this narrow stance squat. Working again with the twist. So just like with our chair twist, you could take, we'll start with right hand, either in front of the knees or that elbow on the outside of the thighs. If you have that, then you can reach right hand towards the floor, left hand towards the sky. Feel free to just work here in the twist, or if you want to work with side angle, you could work with that as well. Just taking the left hand out to the side and keeping the knees stacked on the right elbows. You bend both elbows. Letting left elbow hug into your ribs. Nice. Let the feet come up and the head comes down. That's okay. And we'll come back to center. So coming to that narrow stance, squat again. And either left hand in front of the knees and right hand up, or left arm on the outside of the right thigh, and right arm reaching up. Holding there or taking that side crow, reaching out with the right hand, bending both elbows, weight on the left elbow, and the feet might come up. If they don't, no worries. You take your time, coming back to our narrow stance squat. Then we'll let the knees open, reach the hands forward, look towards your navel and hug the shoulders and hips towards each other. Relax the belly. Feel free to hold there, or if you're working crow pose, you can slide the hands level with the shoulders and the head, bending the elbows so they're pointing towards your toes. Either hugging the upper arms with the knees or bringing them to the armpits. And feel as if you're tucking your hips forward to shift your weight to your hands. And that's what brings you up, rather than thinking about trying to bring yourself up. Nice. And then when you feel complete, yeah, child's pose, or you can come into Malasana if you like. Wherever you are, just feeling your belly. See if it can soften a little bit. Feeling the jaw. Can it soften? And what about the pelvic floor? Nice. So from here, we'll either go to child's pose or down dog. And then we'll come all the way to the belly. Nice. And then we'll bring the arms to the floor above the head. And let the hands be shoulder distance wide, maybe a little bit wider if you're tighter in your shoulders. Press the toes into the floor. Feel the kneecaps lift toward your hips and your quad muscles activating, squeezing the thigh bone, and feeling the pubic bone gently press into the floor. Hug the shoulders into the mat and back towards your hips. So it's almost like you're trying to come into a crunch, but the floor is your resistance. Then from that pressing in, let yourself expand, lifting arm and legs just a little bit. Head comes up too. Okay, so just a slight lift. And we're going to take right arm and left leg a little higher. Then they come down, just hovering. Then left arm, right leg. And the lift. Maybe the heart lifts a little more. And relaxing to that hover. Right arm, left leg. And relax down. And left arm, right leg. Inhale. And relaxing. One more each way. Right arm, left leg. And relax. And left arm, right leg. And everything relaxes. You can bring your arms under your head if you like, or alongside your body. Feeling free to wiggle the hips a little bit. Maybe wiggle the jaw if you feel jaw tension. Invite the belly to just release into the floor. You might feel your pulse there in your belly. Nice. So I'm going to give you some options for your arms. You can keep hands next to the ribs, hugging the elbows into the ribs. Or you could take the interlace of the fingers behind the lower back. If you're taking that option, hug the shoulders down towards the floor. We're going to lift everything up, so legs come up, upper body comes up. So if you have the palms on the floor, it's almost like you're trying to push your body back. Nice. Now stay here. Let the heels turn towards each other so the feet turn out, and bring the legs slightly apart. Or if you want to go wider, that's fine too. Then turn toes towards each other as the legs come together. Turn feet out to bring legs apart. Turn feet in to bring them back together. One more time. Turning out. And then turning back in and relaxing down. Again, making a pillow with the arms or just resting them next to your body. Turning your head if that feels good. Nice. And then from here, you can come to Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. And taking it either to Down Dog or into Child's Pose. Okay, so whichever variation you're choosing, allowing your awareness to come to your center, your belly. Noticing tension that maybe you can let go even just 1 or 2%. Notice tension in your face. Invite that to release as well. Beautiful. And from here, we'll come to a seat. So if you're in child's pose, you can just cross your ankles and rock back. If you're in down dog and want to take a jump through, feel free to do that. Nice. We'll take the bottoms of the feet together. You can hold either ankles or toes. And imagining your upper body is like a waterfall, just cascading over your toes so that you feel your tailbone staying grounded in the mat and the sit bones gently rocking back like the rocking chair is rocking back. And if it's comfortable for you to bring your arms forward, you could do that. Either letting the elbows bend so forearms rest on the floor or walking the hands out a little bit more. Wherever you choose to be, invite the chin to tuck into the collarbones, to open the back of the neck, which tends to be very collapsed on itself a lot of the day. And then feel the sit bones rock back again, just like that rocking chair rocking back. Beautiful. And we'll rise with the inhale. And let the knees come together. Come onto the tips of your toes. Nice. Now let the shoulders hug down towards your hips, because as we bring the toes up, the shoulders are going to want to pull up. Let's see if we can keep them hugging down. And let the toes lift. Then shins might come parallel to the floor. Maybe hold this version. If you're able to straighten the legs completely, maybe you walk your hands more towards your calves or your ankles. Nice. Hug the shoulders down towards the hips. And let the throat come forward. Lift the chin just slightly. Relax the belly. Beautiful. Now we'll let the feet come down. Just give yourself a nice hug. And as you breathe in, feel the belly stretch up your thighs. Nice. So we'll extend the left leg out, keeping the hips level with each other. We'll press the palms forward, opening the upper back, and rotating to the right. So right knee can fold to the left a little bit. If it's comfortable for you to wrap the left elbow around the front of the right knee, that's great. If you can bring left elbow on the outside of the right knee, and just let the left hand drape down towards your hip. And right palm can come flat to the mat behind you. As you gently press into the right palm, notice if the right hip has pulled back, if it's behind the left hip. See if they can come level with each other. And as you look over the right shoulder, let your head tilt slightly to the left. So left ear drops towards left shoulder. And that might help you turn the head a little more. Soften the jaw. Soften the belly. And let the left arm pressing against the right leg take you a little deeper into the twist. Beautiful. And we'll come center, just pressing the arms forward. Then let the hands come to the outside of the left hip, just keeping the right knee up towards the ceiling. It's just a counterbalance twist here, looking over the left shoulder, letting the head gently tilt to the right. And we'll come center and change legs. Right leg straightens, left knee bends, foot on the floor, making sure both hips are level. Pressing the palms forward to open the upper back, then rotating to your left. Left knee, you might hug to the right. Either hug that knee with the right elbow or bring the elbow on the outside of the leg, just letting that hand relax down towards the hip. Left palm pressing into the floor behind you. And level your hips. The left hip may need to go down and forward a little bit. And as you look over left shoulder, let right ear drape towards right shoulder. Pressing right arm against left leg to deepen the twist. So the belly doesn't have to do that work. You can just relax, wringing out the organs, just letting them empty of their fluids so that when you unwind, you have fresh fluids coming in. We'll come back to center. Let's extend the legs, and then you can take a forward fold over the legs, holding the calves or the heels. The feet can just stay relaxed. And just pay attention to the neck and the jaw. Is the jaw trying to thrust toward your knees? Can instead you tilt the head in so the chin tucks into the collarbones, and then hug the shoulders back towards your hips so you can stay grounded through the bottom of the hips, tailbone rooting, opening the lower back and the neck, the belly soft, pelvic floor soft, jaw soft. Beautiful, and then we'll keep holding the legs, lift the head and shoulders, feel a little stretch the upper back, and we'll come onto the back. And just letting the feet lay into the mat with the knees bent. And let the hands rest on your lower belly or your hip bones. Maybe the heels of your hands can rest on your hip bones and your fingers just relax on top of each other. But if that creates shoulder tension, you can bring your hands more on your belly. Press the back of the head into the floor. Press your heels into the floor and feel that flatten the lower back a little bit. Empty the breath. And when you breathe in, just let that relax, letting the lower back find its natural arch. And again, exhale, pressing back of the head into the floor, press the heels into the floor, feel the lower back flatten. But relaxing the belly. Again, inhale, feel that natural arch in the lower back. And once again, to flatten, pressing the head into the floor, heels into the floor to flatten lower back. Great. Now see if you can keep the lower back flat and the belly relaxed. So you can use your fingers just to check that your belly is still soft. And you can bring the arms either next to the body or a little bit away if you need a little extra stabilizing. And we'll keep left knee straight up towards the ceiling and then straighten right leg for the ceiling. If you're able to keep the lower back flat and straighten the left leg, you could take that variation. We're going to do leg lifts. So if you find that you have a lot of instability in the lower back, just keep the bottom of the left foot on the floor with the knee bent. Reach through the right toes, flatten the lower back as you exhale. Nice. Now we'll take an inhale. Feel the chest lift with the lower back staying grounded. And as you exhale, let the right leg lower towards the floor. So pointing the foot can be helpful. Inhale to lift the right leg. Hold that breath in, but relax your face, belly. Exhale to lower the leg. Inhale to lift. Check that the lower back is flat, shoulders relaxed. Exhale to lower. Beautiful. Inhale to lift. Feel the pause there. Just checking excess tension. One more time to lower. Exhale. And inhale to lift. And we'll bend both knees, bringing the feet to the floor. Relax the lower back. Feel that natural arch. Feel the natural arch of your neck. And then we'll press the heels into the mat. Press the back of the head into the mat. So flatten the lower back. And reaching left leg up. And again, if it's not a struggle to keep the back flat, then you can straighten the right leg out. Nice. So we'll take an exhale, flatten the lower back a little bit more by pressing your head into the floor and the right heel into the floor. Inhale, feel that breath open the chest. Exhale to lower the leg, reaching through the toes. Inhale to lift the leg, holding that breath in for a count or two. And exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to rise. And we'll do one more. See if you can keep the lower back flat without excess tension. And then lifting the leg as you inhale, bringing both feet to the floor with the knees bent. Just relax. Beautiful. So now I'm going to do both legs. So pressing the heels into the floor, press the back of the head into the floor, flattening the lower back, then extending the legs, both legs for the ceiling, hugging the thighs together. Reach through your toes. As you exhale, flatten the lower back a little more. Then inhale, feel a little lift of the collarbones. Keeping the legs hugging together, exhale to start to lower the legs. So even if this is a micro movement, that's fine. You want to keep the lower back as flat to the floor as possible. Breathing in to lift the legs back up, holding that for a count or two. Then exhale to lower, squeeze in the thighs. Press the back of the head into the floor, especially if it's trying to tilt back. Inhale to lift. Hold. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. And again, inhale to lift. Hold for a count or two. Exhale, lowering towards the floor. Beautiful. Inhale to lift. Great. And then you can just let the knees bend, resting on your chest if you like. Beautiful. Now we'll bring the left foot back to the floor. That knee soft, flattening the lower back, pressing the head into the floor, extend the right leg. And again, same thing. You can straighten left leg out if you feel safe in your lower back. And then circle the right leg this time. So as you exhale, let the leg gently cross the body to the left. And let it continue to circle away from your head. Then as it comes back around and starts to travel towards your head, inhale. And you can make these small if you need to, but if you are making them big, just see if you can control your shoulders. So inhale to bring the foot towards the head. Exhale as it crosses the body and moves away from the head. One more circle. And then once you come back to the starting place, reverse the direction of your circle. So exhaling as you bring the foot out to the right and away from the body. Inhale as it crosses the body and comes towards the head. Yeah, and feel free to bend the knee as much as you need to. Keeping the foot pointed can really help. Take your time. Breathing in, keeping the shoulders soft if you can. One more circle around. Beautiful. And then once you've completed that circle, you can bend the knees, bring the feet to the floor. Just let yourself relax for a moment. Just noticing any jaw tension that may have come in, any tension in the face from concentrating. Just let all that go. And we'll press the heels into the floor, hug the shoulders into the floor, back of the head into the floor, to flatten the back. Left leg comes up. Either keeping right leg bent or straightening leg. We'll cross to the right on the exhale. And as the foot moves away from the body, continue that exhale. As it comes around to the left and towards your head, inhale. So exhale as you cross the body and the foot moves away. Inhale as the leg opens and comes towards the head. Just take your time here. They can be small circles, but try to let them be a little bit slower. One last time. And then we'll change direction. Just taking the leg out to the left as you exhale, then it moves away from the face, continuing that exhale. As it crosses the body, inhale, draws towards the head. Take your time here. Invite shoulder tension to let go, jaw tension, belly tension. One more circle. Beautiful. And then bending the knees, bring the feet to the floor and just relax. You might notice the warmth that's starting to build in the belly. Beautiful. So we have one more thing to do here with the core. So we'll press the heels into the floor, press the back of the head, flatten the back. Then you can bring your knees over the hips and either shins parallel to the floor or legs straight. Maybe the hands come out a little bit wider. We're going to rotate side to side now. So inhale, feel a little lift through the chest, keeping the lower back flat. And exhale, squeeze legs together, taking them over to the right, just as far as you can control. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, legs go to the left. Nice and easy. They don't need to go all the way to the floor. Inhale, center. Relaxing face. Over to the right as you exhale. Inhale, center. And over to the left. Exhale. Inhale, center. One more each way. Nice. Last one. And then once you come center, just let the knees come to rest on the chest. You can give them a hug. Or you could do the stud bug shape, just keeping the knees bent, elbows soft as the feet and hands reach for the ceiling. And just feeling the circulation releasing from your limbs, coming towards your vital organs. Beautiful. And you can bring the legs together and the arms down next to the body. Feel free to rest here or come towards shoulder stand by pressing the arms into the floor and bringing the feet towards your head. When the hips come up, the hands can catch the hips, fingers facing the ceiling. Maybe the elbows wiggle in towards each other. And if you're going into the deeper shoulder stand with the hands coming closer to the ribs, feel the sit bones, the bottom of your pelvis tucked towards the ceiling, and the toes reach up over your hips. Press the head gently into the floor. Jaw relaxed. Belly soft. To find ease in your breath. Nice. And if you would like to take it to plow, you might bring your hands towards your hips. And if you can keep the legs straight and control the speed of your legs dropping, you can keep that. Or you can bend the knees, bring them to your chest, and let the feet drop behind your head. And if they touch the floor, maybe straighten the legs. Breathe into your upper back. And we'll come back to our shoulder stand. And those of you who have this transition into bridge, you can work with this or give it a try if you've never tried it before. So you want to turn your fingers away from each other, thumbs in towards your spine. So you're holding your hip. Then one leg drops behind your head like you're going into plow. The other one goes the opposite way. And you bend that knee to bring the foot to the floor. And then you make a nice little shelf for your hips. If your feet land gently, just hug the knees in just slightly as you press your heels apart. If this is too intense in the lower back, you can come to a regular bridge with the hands clasped underneath you. Nice, and I'll slowly melt on down to the floor. Bringing the knees over the hips, hands on the knees, and gently pressing knees against the hands to create space in the lower back. Beautiful. And then you can come to happy baby or just let the knees rest on your chest. And if you'd like to rock side to side, enjoy that. Wonderful. And we'll slowly come into Shavasana, just letting the legs extend out. Find your natural turnout. Shoulder blades snuggle underneath your back. Palms turning up. And just feeling your weight giving into the mat. Checking in with the belly. Inviting tension to release. And feeling that tension releasing from the bottom of the pelvis, from the jaw, tongue. Feeling the weight of your head become a little heavier. The weight of your arms and legs becoming heavier. And feeling the gentle pulse in your internal organs as they are receiving fresh prana, that vital force. Perhaps even sensing the flow of that prana through the center channel of your body. So that you start to sense yourself as pulsating, flowing energy. Sensing the light of your being. Every cell illuminated and pulsing with that vital energy. And sensing the flow of that vital force through your body as an extension of divine flow. So that you feel yourself giving and receiving energy to the space around you. Sensing the interrelationship of all of life. And feeling the breath begin to deepen. One hand can come to your belly. On the other hand, either can go to the heart or maybe come to the belly as well. Just sensing that pulsing vibration, vital force from your hands into your body. And letting the eyes gently blink open. Ease your way to your side as you're ready. And take your time to come on up to a seat. And we'll complete our practice with a round of Oms. If you care to join me, just relax the belly and the shoulders, taking in a deep inhale. Thank you so much for taking time for yourself today. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here this morning. So I'll be in the studio tomorrow, Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. And Monday evening at 7 we'll be at Carnegie Library. So feel free to join me then. Thanks, Brian. Thank you, everyone out there.